Okay, today's video we're going to talk about how to use the trademark symbol. TM, which is basically trademark pending, or R for registered trademark. Trademark actually being registered. These are known as special characters, and you could use them with ASC2 codes on your ads to increase your click-through rate by 100%, or even more sometimes, as I've personally seen. We use these all the time, and it's kind of a legal loophole to increase the click-through rate of your ads. Of course, there's multiple ways, if you don't already know, that you'll make more money by increasing the click-through rate of your Google search ads, as well as other ads, display ads and stuff like that. But for search ads, which is mainly what this is about here, you can profit three distinct ways. One, higher click-through rates mean, for a lot of you guys, if you're doing things right, like I show you on this channel, you're going to run out of people to get eventually. You're going to hit a plateau. You're not going to be able to get any more out of your market. This gets you more out of your market because more people that are searching on a monthly basis are coming through your funnel, which is already profitable, so you make money that way. That's your first way. Second way you make money is because people, the click-through rate of your ad will change your quality scores, which your quality score will dictate how much you're paying for a click. So you'll get more clicks that are already profitable to you, and then on top of it, the clicks that you're getting, you'll get more clicks, and then each click gets cheaper on top of that. So that gives you another distinct way that you can make more money. Furthermore, kind of as an overlap on the first two, but by increasing your click-through rates, you're going to be able to get more out of your account in areas of your account that are doing well above average. So maybe your ROI is not the best. You can get your ROI up by simply taking the parts of your account that's doing above average, applying this trick, get way more out of it, and now your account just simply becomes profitable. So just want to throw that idea in there as well. But bottom line, you're going to get cheaper clicks, same quality clicks but for cheaper, and then more of them out of your potential market share that's available to you on Google on a monthly basis, just by using this TM or R symbol in your ad. And I'm going to tell you how to use it specifically in your ad, the way that we're using it here, repeatedly, to get this increase in click-through rate of 25 at least to more like 100% on your ads predictably, if you just know how to execute it correctly, which we're going to cover. So with that said, I will get into the do's and the don'ts with this thing after a quick prelude as to what this is about truly, how not to cross the line in terms of where it becomes, out of bounds in terms of Google's rules. But certainly everything, if you do what I'm telling you here, you're not going to have any problem with getting shut down. And because most people don't know about this and they don't have any cojones to try it because they think it might be wrong, but it isn't actually wrong, you can be the one that gets the doubling in click-through rate in your market because you're the only one using it. So with that said, I'll get into it. Google doesn't allow many special characters on your Google search ads. You can't use exclamation points even anymore, which sucks because that was always a thing that increased your click-through rates. You can't use, pretty much, as far as special characters, virtually anything. But the special character that you can use are the ones that, like if you're doing Spanish, that little curvy sign above the letter, you could use that because that's a legitimate, you kind of have to use that. And there's other small stuff like that where technically to be legally compliant or accurate, you'd have to use a special character. Those are the ones that are actually allowed. And so there's a very small grouping of them, of which this trademark or registered symbol is one of them, because technically if your trademarked is trademark, you got to be able to put that on there so someone doesn't steal it. You're legally allowed. That's kind of part of the benefit of getting a trademark in the first place. So Google allows this. Now, the reason why it gets click-through rates in addition to what you have already, so if you're getting a 4% click-through rate, this could jump your click-through rate to literally 8%, is because what stands out gets a higher click-through rate, period. Because there's something in terms of advertising and developing an ad that gets you the highest click-through rates. You should use something called the AIDA model. First thing you got to do in that model, that dictates what you do to get the user's attention and get them to click on your ad. And it stands for attention, interest, desire, action. the first thing you got to do in that equation to get someone to click on your ad is get their attention. When they're scrolling down Google and they see the 4 ads there, how are you going to grab their attention so that they look at your ad first, or a higher percentage of the time first? Because that will dictate a big chunk of how much click-through rate you get. Using numbers or special characters make your ad generally stand out because nobody else is using it on their ads of the other 3 ads that are next to your ad. So the special character just gets it noticed more. Of course, the rest of the model of getting their interest, getting their desire, and then getting their action has to be followed through. But a big part of it is just getting the attention in the first place. And I want to say literally half of your click-through rate is dependent on how well you're able to get someone's attention when they search for the keywords that you're bidding on, after they search for them on Google. And so the special character just is basically a guaranteed way that your ad will get more attention a higher percentage of the time than without a special character. Use numbers too, by the way, as a side thing. You should definitely use numbers, but the special characters will also give you a boost. And really, you should use both. But with that said, because your ad will stand out, it'll get noticed more. Because it's noticed more, it'll get clicked more. Your ad naturally, if it's a good ad, it'll get clicked on more because it's getting noticed more. If it's a shitty ad, it'll get clicked on more because it'll still get noticed more. So regardless of where you're at, your click-through rate now, it'll double your click-through rate or close to thereof, just because it's getting noticed more. Okay, that's why it works. So now with that said, in terms of can you do this with Google, a lot of people are skeptical as to whether you can do this or not. So the rules actually say you can't just willy-nilly throw this out there and use it. Just like you can't use I think they call it like a tilde, like in Spanish where they have that little wavy symbol over the letter. You can't just use that in your ad to get higher click-through rates when you're not it's not for a Spanish audience or whatnot. There, you get my point. You can't use it as a point of leverage over your competitors. There has to be a legitimate use for it. However, anyone could claim a trademark is pending. I could say, Corey Zyman is the biggest stud in the world. Trademark pending, and nobody else can use that claim anymore without having me potentially sue them once I've got that trademark pending. It's just like a patent pending. If you come out with a design, while you're waiting for the patent to get approved, there's patent pending, which prevents people from being able to steal your idea before your patent is actually it's cleared the patent office to prevent people from just getting their paperwork shoved through the system by maybe paying somebody off at the patent office just to process it quicker. You'd be fucked. So this is like the equivalent of that, okay? So you literally, for what it's worth, again, this one is for trademark pending. This one's when you already got the trademark filed. Anybody can claim a trademark is pending as long as you legitimately are trying to so-called get it trademarked or in the process of getting it trademarked. Okay, I'm going to get a trademark. First step towards the courthouse. Oh, trademark is pending already. Okay, now I can use the trademark symbol on my ad. Okay, you get what I'm saying here. And who's to verify that? Not to mention, okay, if you want to use this R symbol with a circle around it, which actually gets a higher click-through rate than just the TM, well, I'm not going to advocate for you breaking the rules. I'm telling you, I've seen in the past other people using this, and I know for a fact that they don't have a trademark registered for this crap, but they're using it and they don't get shut down. I've never seen anybody get shut down before. I've ran some tests before, and those tests didn't seem like Google cared about anything. So, and it makes sense because, of course, I know trademark lawyers because I got some stuff for our company trademarked before, and the trademark attorney's office had like some centralized database where they can search to see if like Guaranteed PPC, the name of our agency, has been trademarked before. And if it's not, now we can, because otherwise, how could they know that they're not trademarking something that's already trademarked already? It's just, there's like a trademark search database somewhere. I don't know how it works exactly, and I didn't need to do that research prior to making this video. But I highly, highly doubt Google is looking up that database when they see that you got a trademark symbol on your ad. Google, in fact, is trying to cut costs. They've gotten to the point where they're trying to save money. They've kind of hit a roadblock in terms of what they can charge their advertisers before they're just people dropping out. I've seen it. I've seen the roof being hit on that. And they're trying to make money for their shareholders by cutting customer service. They want no customer service and you to figure things out on your own, which is good for our agency because we have ins with the Google. They still give it to like the big guys, but the little guys, they aren't giving it, almost any customer service to you guys, or very awful service. And anyway, I just tell you that from the standpoint that the last thing that they want to do is make sure you have a damn trademark registered to decide if you should have that on your ad or not. They're just basically, from their standpoint, is, well, it would be nice that if customers could trust when there's a registered symbol that you actually are registered. It's not big enough of a, the customer isn't going to know any better either way. So the cost benefit, to be able to do all this work to see if you're verified as or registered as a trademark, so that the 0.0001% of people who see a registered trademark and are pissed because they find out it isn't actually registered, the trade-off's not good enough there. They're just going to look at it as, shit happens, and they're going to make it in the rules that you can't do it unless you have a registered trademark. They're not going to check because it costs too much money. There's not enough benefit to the consumer as per what the consumer knows about. So anyway, with that all said, you know that basically nothing's going to happen to you if you were to hypothetically use this registered symbol with the circle around it to increase your click-through rates, okay? Now, as a quick side, you want to use the actual symbol, okay? So don't just write TM on the end of your ad, because that's not what you're going to get your 25 to 100% increase in click-through rate, okay? To get there's an ASC2 code that you actually punch in to get the trademark symbol, as they call it, showed up on your ad. Or an easy way to do this is just to go to Google, type in TM symbol. And then you'll see it's the actual TM symbol is a smaller than just what writing out TM would be. So it's like in the upper right-hand corner of the end letter of your word. So literally it'll be like, say you see this word too, well the symbol would just be like up in the upper right-hand corner of the last letter of the O on 2. That's what you actually want to increase your click-through rates. Because that's what stands out. Nobody else has that on their ad, so it gets your ad a glance. And then, of course, you have to have a good ad to really clean up, but it at least gets your eyeball on the ad, get the user's eyeball on the ad, which is a good chunk of, whether you get 15% click-through rates, which we routinely do on our ads because we pull out all the stops, or 2%. So it's up to you. So you want to use the symbol. Same thing with the registered symbol. You want to use the actual symbol. And of course, there's no way to do a circle around an R unless you use the symbol. But just to state the obvious, use the actual symbol, not just an R. Anyway, beyond that, here's some examples, like I said I would show you, on how to execute this to actually get the click-through rate increase that I'm promising you here on this video. So first of all, the easy win, for all you guys running brand campaigns, targeting your brand keywords, a lot of you guys don't do those because you're like, well, why should I advertise on my brand keywords? Because people are going to find me anyway if they're typing in our brand name. And for some of you guys, that's true, because when you type in your brand name, there's no ads that show up. You're ranked number 1. And for the most part, I kind of basically agree with you. Assuming you also have a highly rememberable name, you may not even need brand ads. I agree with you. But when you start having names that can't be recalled very easily, or the spelling of, if you don't run brand campaigns, you are majorly damaging the ROI you're getting from other ad campaigns, because you pay money to get people to your site, 80% of which aren't going to be ready to buy right away, unless you're doing like broken toilet repair. But for a lot of you people that are selling more expensive solutions, or not just generating a lead, if you're, particularly for you guys trying to generate a cart sale, and you have something that's like over $20, people think about it first. 80% of people are going to come back at some point later to buy. Then payday comes, okay, I'm ready to buy. What was that company's name again? And then they type and they don't quite get it. You lost the sale, somebody else gets the sale. So that's the big reason why you want to run brand ads more than anything else. But then on top of it, when you have you got competitors showing up above your brand name, don't be so obtuse to think that people are going to breeze right past those competitor ads and not click on them, because they do. I know they do, because this is all I do all day long. I know how much business we could siphon off from a brand search if we want to, particularly when the ad that shows up that says, you know, if you're typing in guaranteed PPC and it says guaranteed PPC sucks, here's why, you can milk a bunch of that business, or, you know, scoop off a bunch of business off of people searching that are trying to find the actual company there when you do that. So anyway, if you're going back to the topic at hand, to get the most click-through rate on your ad, given that most of you guys have people trying to advertise on your brand keywords and get some of the people that are coming to you that are ready to buy to go to them at the last second, the best thing to get the highest click-through rate we've found on a brand ad is to say your brand name in the first headline of the ad, an R symbol or a registered symbol with the R around it, dash official site. So when people see that, at least they're not going to get confused that somebody else is trying to get your business through some, you know, using some of the techniques I was just mentioning a second ago. But on top of that, the R symbol will make it stand out so they want to see and click on that first. It gets the highest click-through rate out of anything else we find for a brand ad, literally. So I would recommend that for brand clicks. Now for non-brand clicks, okay, here's a couple other techniques you can use. So one thing that we've done in the past is we'll have like a slogan type thing, but in a way that frames the value proposition or the differentiator that product or service has. So, and this works better for services, I will admit, but one example of where we did this is where we said, others say it, we actually do it. And then a little TM symbol after the it part, because that stands out. It's like, well, other people say it, we actually do it. I wonder why these other people don't actually do it. And it gets curiosity. And then the fact that the TM is there, the fact that it's just there by itself gets people to notice that particular ad. So the TM doesn't sell, it just gets the eyeball onto the ad, and then all you're trying to do is justify why it's there once it's on the ad, because the ad, it being on there will get a higher click-through rate in and itself when you have it on there. It's just a little funny if you were to say, HVAC services TM, like that, and obviously if a Google reviewer, a human reviewer ever looks at that, which mostly it's all automated reviewers now, almost exclusively, but if they did actually see it, they would see that you're manipulating the system, your ad can get disapproved then. So this actually looks like we've actually trademarked something and fits into the mold, if you will. Another way you can do this to get an increase in click-through rate is we've done stuff like where for an attorney would say Manhattan's best attorney, TM, which works great for people that are typing in like divorce attorney Manhattan, but it really works well, by the way, when somebody types in best divorce attorneys Manhattan, and we have something that says Manhattan's best attorney TM. So you could tweak this depending on what keyword it is. You could say, if they're typing in Manhattan's top Manhattan attorneys, you could put Manhattan's top attorney TM and get a higher click-through rate than if you just had best, because the tighter the matching that you have there, the better the click-through rate's going to be. Just, that's just how things work most of the time. So, or by default anyway. So it's not wrong to think that having a tighter match between what they search and what's on your ad will get you a higher click-through rate, because it almost always will, and that's by default what you should go for high click-through rate. So anyway, that's another way you could go ahead and do it as well. What we normally do on an ad is on the first headline, we try to, on non-brand, we devote the first headline to just regurgitating back to the user what the keyword was. Or in some cases, if it's like for a product business, buy what they typed in as a keyword and then the price after it to make it a little bit more attractive to click on. And then the second headline is, going back to that AIDA model I talked about before, attention is you put the keyword they typed in the headline of the ad, because it makes it easy for the user to decide what to click on and gets your attention right away out of the other 4 ads that are at the top of Google there. Interest-wise, that's where the second headline comes in and builds in the interest. Interest why are you different than these other people, i.e. why should I click on your ad? Why? Because we're the Manhattan's best attorney, or I'm the best Manhattan's best attorney. Okay, now you got my attention. I know why you're the best divorce lawyer in Manhattan. I want to click on your ad. Then, by the way, if you go further here, Desire on the AIDA model, Desire is available for consultation Monday through Sunday. So, which is another differentiator to build in a little bit of a desire as to why should I contact you now versus it's nice that you are the best attorney, but why now? And then action, click call now is usually basically all you would want in that situation. It's just your call to action, if you will. So that's the model that normally always gets the click-through rates. Systematically we can get the click-through rates up closer to that 15% click-through rate range, and sometimes even higher. We've had click-through rates on an ad 40% before in some markets using that system and getting things just right on an individual keyword by keyword basis, making a handwritten keyword for every keyword that we're targeting, and really not just targeting a few keywords but a few hundred keywords, so that each unique way that people are searching, we've got a perfectly designed ad for them. So anyway, so that's another way to use this TM/R thing, to where you're not, even if a human looked at your ad, you're not going to get disapproved, and doesn't look like, even to the consumer, that you're trying to do pull some weird shit. So you can have a slogan which reinforces why you would want to deal with you, or you could just state why you're the best and make it look like a slogan, if you will, even though it's like a more non-traditional looking slogan. So in other words, it just ties back to the same thing. What's a saying that you could put in there that focuses on why you're different than the competition and why you're the best, and then make it look sort of like a slogan, so you can put a TM or an R symbol after it. To decide if the TM or R will work better, I recommend testing both. Sometimes the TM will work better. More so the R will work better because it's bigger and it's more prominent. It's going to get noticed more, going back to the what stands out and why this works, i.e. it gets the eyeball on the ad in the first place. The R will it's more noticeable to get you the higher click-through rates because of that. But you should definitely try it both ways, because it obviously doesn't cost you anything to try TM. You're going to throw an additional $20 worth of a test to see if it gets an even higher click-through rate than the registered symbol would. But that's basically, in a nutshell, what we do to use these symbols to get higher click-through rates. And naturally, if you double your click-through rate because you got this on your ad and it got you a 100% increase in click-through rate, well, your cost per click is going to come down almost in half. So you're going to double your click-through rate, which is going to double your profits, because you're getting twice as much market share now. Plus, you're going to get half as much per click. So your profits are going to triple by doubling your click-through rate. When you add up all the benefits to doubling your click-through rate in reality. So this could be a total game changer for your business. Just as one little simple thing that, yes, it's easy to do, but people either don't know how to do it or they're too scared to do it. And legitimately, if you wanted to go full, if you wanted to make it super, super legit, have all your bases covered, if you're kind of on the fence, I don't know, it's kind of sketchy, go ahead and do this, test it, see that it works, go get the damn thing registered as a trademark. How hard is it to go out there? It costs $500 to go get this trademarked at a specialized trademark attorney. So there is no excuse why not to use the strategy, because by Google's own definition, you would be following the rules to a T, so there's no reason not to do this. So with that said, I'll wrap it up with that though. Hopefully you got a lot of value out of this video. If you have any questions about it, or any questions about any ad-related questions about Google ads, Facebook ads, and the like, leave me a comment below. I get back to every single person who leaves me a comment on this channel. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate it if you would give the video a like. Do the effort I put into these videos to help you guys out, and that's all I ask for you to give back, is just to give the video a like. If you did like the video enough and you do want to make more money with your ads, you should consider subscribing to this channel though, as all the strategies that work to get you more results, to make you millions of dollars with your ad accounts for your business, is all on this channel. And I can say that because all I do all day long at my firm is just doing ad strategy. Literally all I do is that, and I've managed dozens and dozens of ad accounts where we're ongoing testing everything. Stuff that works, I give to you on this channel. The stuff that doesn't work, I give to you as well. And you may say, well, everybody else has channels that do that. No, they don't. They're YouTubers that sell courses. They're not doing ad strategy for clients. I know this. So you want information that comes straight from the source, you're going to get it from me on this channel. Furthermore, we don't actually charge our clients until we get results on their campaigns, which no other firm does, which should also tell you about the quality of the work that we do here. We aren't pulling people's chains here, actually. So you should subscribe. And if you do like the channel, I also got a blog at guaranteeppc.com/blog, where you can also find other information for myself on how to make money with ads, as well as a column on entrepreneur.com that you can follow, which also has great advice on how to make money with your ads and the current latest things that are going on. So if you like the channel, you'll like my written material as well. Beyond that, if you are looking for the best ad manager to work on your stuff because you don't have time to work on it or don't know how to get past the current point that you're at, reach out to me at my firm at guaranteeppc.com. I'd be more than happy to look at your stuff for free and see if we can work together and give you an estimate on how much sales results I can bring to your brand. For that matter, we don't, like I said, charge our clients fees until we get you more sales results or leads up front on your campaign, and would agree to that up front. So, but with the catch being that we don't work with just any client. You got to have a great product or service that just needs, the biggest weakness is that you don't have great advertising going for it. And if so, those are the people I would love to be able to help, because this is exactly all I do here. So, but I can give you a free assessment on your account if you reach out to me. If you don't want an ad manager and you're just looking for advice on how to get what you want done without all the work, we also sell campaign templates. I've personally worked on 100 plus accounts at this time in 100 plus different markets, and chances are we probably worked in your market already. And with you trying to figure out what works in your market, you could contact us and we could just sell you the campaign templates that work for your market. We got the ad templates, campaign templates, landing page templates that work for your market, and we can tell you what results you can get with our templates up front, given that we've already optimized it and built a campaign in your market before for years and know what the results are from the templates we're using. So respectively, cut that all the hard work and get straight to the results. So if you're in that situation, we've already worked in your market already, it would be silly to just build everything up that we've already figured out on our end how to do. And we sell it all for just a one-time cost. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to me. I'll let you know if we worked in your market before and what results we got in your market. But I'll wrap it up with that. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on my next video where we have another great strategy for you then. See you later.